why your content is not starting conversations. This is so important. I see so many financial planners out there creating content, putting all this content out there. They think they're doing everything right, written content. One is they're not doing enough videos, but they're doing all this written content and it's not gravitating to the right people. The only one's attention they're getting is other financial planners and advisors out there. That's not who we want. We want to get real prospects, real audience, real people reaching out to us. So if you're not getting that right now, then this is for you. For those people that don't know me, my name is Lushan Governor. I've been helping financial planners for the last 5.5 years, helping them build their business. And so today I want to share with you this exact strategy that I use for myself, but more importantly, that I teach other financial planners to use content and turn that content into clients and obviously cash in the bank. So let's get into it. See, a couple of things I just want to share with you, some observations that I see a lot with financial planners when they're creating content. They come up with great ideas. Probably a lot of it's got to do with ChatGPT and Claude out there. All these great ideas. You think you've got the perfect thing to put into Claude, and it spits out a whole bunch of content. That's great. For me, I'm not a big believer in that sort of stuff. I love ideas coming from me. So that's probably, if you don't agree with me from that perspective, totally respect that. But that's what I've seen works. If you look at all the top creators, that's exactly what they do. They don't wait for ChatGPT or anything like that to give them the ideas. They come up with the ideas. They use it more just to get a couple of little structured pieces so they don't miss out on anything. That's how they use it. The other thing when it comes to content, you're deciding not so much on ideas, but which ideas I should be using to get the attention. And what ends up happening is you have this kind of it's like a buffet with all sorts of different types of food that's there. Then you look at your plate, you're like, I've got a bit of Asian, I've got a bit of Indian, a bit of Japanese, I've got, Mexican, I've got all these different types of food all on my plate, I'm going to eat it right now. It doesn't work like that. Your content has to be structured in order to get the right people into your calendar. So everyone's trying to create content when it comes to for likes, views, comments, and to me that does not drive one brand presence, doesn't give you the reputation you need, but more importantly, it doesn't bring cash in the door. Just because you get the like doesn't mean you're going to get clients through it. A lot of times, like I said before, financial planners are liking your content, and this to me really frustrates me. And I see the people do it all the time. I'm like, going, guys, leave the financial planner alone. Let them do what they got to do. So let's get into it. So here's a couple of mistakes that I see. You only create content for people who are unaware of their problems. It's at the top of the funnel, and this is what we're going to go through today, because part of this, when you understand the process that your prospects are going through, it's going to make life so much easier. We think we need to do more unaware content to let our audience know about our expertise and authority, because we feel like we're going to flex some muscles to share more about the unaware problems to people. This results in content fatigue. The problem with unaware content is that people are so far away from making a decision, and that to me is where a lot of financial planners get trapped. They think they create this content, they're not able to make decisions, and they kind of give up after a month, 2 months, 3 months, or they go and use again ChatGPT to create the content and just put it out there. Hey, I've just done it. I've done my marketing for the day, and they put this content. It's just AI slop, but you've heard that term before. So here's what you're going to be doing. The big idea: you need to move people forward. Don't leave them hanging for more. Map out the entire process, and today I want to help you map out that process. And the key part of it is map out the process, create the content around this process, and you'll watch people book into your calendar. And remember, the key thing is about awareness. What are the awareness that your prospects are going through right now, so you can then move them along the lines. So 5 stages of awareness. So the first stage is problem unaware. People go through life not knowing that they have a problem, especially when it comes to financial planning and advising, right? They don't know they've got a tax problem coming up. They don't know that they've got, or they're missing out on something. They got no idea. But the problem, again, like I said before, is that when you start targeting all your content at this stage, and I think a lot of financial planners make the mistake, I think probably 70% of content is at this stage, you're trying to highlight a problem to them that they're not aware of, but people aren't ready to buy. So you want to take them from problem unaware to them booking into your calendar. It doesn't work like that, because the reason I know that is that the call to actions that are provided is like, hey, book into my calendar. Hey, if you want more details, hit me up in the DM. It doesn't work like that. I want to again give you the exact process that you got to go through. So problem unaware, I'm not a big fan of it. Here's where I want you to be. I want you to target people that are already aware of the problem. They need to know why that is a problem. Notice I said the word why, not what the problem really is. You say it up front, hey, if you've got this problem here, this is why you're probably having it. Then it starts clicking. Then they go, hey, yeah, I've been in that situation. Actually, a friend of mine also was in that situation. I know what happened to him. So you want to be able to get them already aware of the problem, but at the same time, elevate the why, elevate the pain that they're going through right now, right? Also, you can talk about the symptoms, that certain things are happening, and if you do this, this is what's going to end up happening. This is a really good piece of content around that. For me, I like probably around about 30-40% of the content to be around problem aware. The next piece of content you want to be doing, another 30-40%, will be more about solution aware. What are the strategies that they're going to be doing and thinking about in order to overcome that particular problem? And here's the thing, it's not just the tangible, like the numeric number or anything like that, that you're going to deliver, or even the deliverables, to be honest with you. It's the feeling. What's the feeling you can help someone achieve with your solution? So it's like, I hate using the word, freedom and confidence and all that, but that's just that relief, or being able to sleep at night, or take the family on holidays must give them, a satisfaction that they're able to do that. Start talking about solutions with the feelings. It makes a massive difference. Once they are aware that there's a solution, then it comes down to product aware. Financial planning, if there's specific insurance products, for example, or there's a specific type of 401k strategy or something like that, you want to be talking about what they can be doing here. Very specific product aware strategy. Again, financial planning is a really simple thing to communicate, but again, no one wakes up thinking they want a financial planner, but they want more a solution of that financial planning that it has to offer. Then it comes down to, who do I choose? So they've seen all this content out there. Who do I pick through? Here, very important that you need to, build trust and build belief. And the way to do that is really focus in on your actual system, your model, on how you're going to help someone achieve their goals if they were to work with you. So for me, I get clients to create a signature system. I also have my own signature system that I work financial planners through. But when people become aware of your model, they associate you with that solution, your model, and yourself, because they trust you, because you've got a process in place in order to help them get to that result. And around personal aware, for me, it's very important that you actually start talking a little bit about yourself, things you've achieved in the past. Also, being a little bit vulnerable. I have one of the clients who's super vulnerable on camera. She shares a lot of stuff on there, and people gravitate towards that. They're like, hey, actually, I've got the same problem. I know exactly what you're going through. She's got kids and family and all that. So they associate that. They get to know her, get to like her, they get to trust her a bit more. And then when she's offering the solution, it makes life so much easier. They can actually join everything together. So there's the 5 core stages of awareness that you need to be aware of in order to create content, in order to get the attention of your audience, and at the same time, really get clients in the door. Problem unaware, forget about it. Like I said, do very little of that, but really focusing on problem aware and solution aware content. That makes a massive difference. And the rest of it, the last 20% of it, around product aware and personal aware, talk a little bit about yourself. Do a lot of that, and you'll watch clients come to you. So your next step is every piece of content that you create needs to step people closer, not keep them hanging. They need to trust you, your solution, and your unique mechanism. Again, that's the signature system that I help financial planners create. Post content in the right sequence for the entire engagement process. Don't just throw things randomly out there. Really step people through. Trouble is, what a lot of financial planners do, they get this idea that I'm just giving them, and they follow the steps, but they end up creating new problem-aware solutions every time, right? Take one topic every 2 weeks and really focus in and on that topic, and you watch people gravitate more towards you. Hey guys, look, hopefully you found this super helpful. Give it a like here, and check out the next video where I'm going to talk a little bit more about how the model actually works and how you can actually use it in order to grow your business